Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Leanne. I'm a yoga and Pilates teacher, online lifestyle coach and personal trainer. Today I'm going to take you through a live class for 45 minutes. It's going to include some relaxation, some pranayama breath work to de-stress at the end. We're going to work our lower body today, doing lots of twists to stimulate the vagus nerve. Again, quite calming. I hope you enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this class, please comment below, let me know. Let's start with calf raises, stretch and a flex, toes to ceiling, making sure you're coming down in the centre of your heel, your ankles aren't coming out to the side or anything. Rib cage in, belly button into spine, long neck, another 10. Start to feel a warmth, soft knees, so small bend, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transverse twist, so arms shoulder height, hips face forward, exhale and a twist, inhale back to center, one more, into squats. I'm going to go for 10 to 12 or as many as you feel like doing today. Sitting back on the heels, so hips go back, that's the first part of the movement. Just go down as far as what feels comfortable, but you want to start feeling a warmth or a burn in the thigh. Squeeze your bum cheeks as hard as you can, that's where your power's coming from. Another 5, and you've got the option to hold or release and stand and shake off. 2, 1, let's hold with a pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, push them knees out. 5, deep breaths. 4, 3, let it burn. 2, 1, rise. Well done. Shake off your legs. I'm going to come into lunge position, so wide enough you've got balance, long enough in length. Knees should just be off the floor, or if you feel it in your knees, just do a smaller pulse. Otherwise, all the way down, all the way up. Putting weight in this back leg and squeezing the bum cheek on the front. Sitting back in the lunge. You should start to feel a lot of warmth. As many as you can, or 8. So another 4, 3. And you've got the option to hold for 3 seconds. One more. And hold. 3, 2, 1. And release. Over to the other side. When you're ready, 8. Again, sitting back in that back leg. Can you squeeze that bum cheek on the front leg again? Engaging the core. 3 more. 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake off the legs. Grab a drink. And do that set once more. Without the calf raises. So starting with squats. 10 to 12. So the burning will hopefully start a lot sooner. Squeeze the bum cheeks. Have them take some of the load. 4, 6, 7. Good. Going down as far as you feel comfortable with. Ideally, your thighs should be parallel to the floor. One more. And hold. Pulse. 10, 9, 8. Sit up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, release. Well done. So if you started on the left leg last time, if you remember, you can start on the right this time. Long in length. Same amount, 8. If you need to split it up and shake your legs off and then do a couple more reps, it's absolutely fine to build strength and endurance and fitness. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Whew, let's finish the set. Big muscle groups we're working. Gets you out of breath. Uses a lot of glycogen. A lot of sugar that's in the blood from your food. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Oh, icky. Grab a drink. I'm going to work the outer thigh next. Starting with last exercise for the isolation of the lower body. Curtsy squats. So coming back, your knee does turn out to the side, but it should be in the middle of your foot. And dip. Back to centre. And dip. If you don't want to do this, feel free to do lunges instead or squats. Any kind of movement in the lower body. You're isolating the knee for flexibility, stability in the ligaments. As many as you can, or 8 to 10. Couple more. Good. When you finish the last rep, this leg that's been stood still is going to go into lateral leg lift for 12. So you're working the side again. The 5, 4, 3. One more. Good. Over to the other side now. Can you go down as far? Does everything feel all right? Just taking your time. 8 to 10. Couple more. Feeling the glutes. One more. And this leg, lateral leg lifts, 10 to 12. Soft knee on the stabilizing leg. It's nice to get them lungs, that blood pumping, them lungs full. Couple more. Excellent, well done. Rest. Grab a drink of water. I'm going to lie on our backs next. That's only 7 minutes in. 7 minutes of legs. Okay, we're going to go into glute bridges. Squeezing them bum cheeks and lift your hips off the floor. Rib cage in, belly button into spine, arms relax. If you are getting cramp, have a play around with your foot placement. You might be too close to your hips or too far. Keep them hips up. Squeezing the bum cheeks. Let's go into calf raises whilst keeping them hips off the floor. As high as you can. I'm going to go for 15 to 20 calf raises. Deep breaths. Another 5, then you've got the option to go into Apanasana, hug and roll, or pulse out for the last 10 reps. And pulse or release. 1, 2, 3. Hips off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release Apanasana. Well done. Rolling side to side. I'm going to do that again. Hips off the floor. Strongest muscle group in the body, the gluteus maximus, the bum cheeks. So we need hammered with volume. Hold. Might start feeling tight as blood's rushing to them. Let's bring in them calf raises, 15 to 20, keeping the hips up as high as you can. Make sure that they're level as well. It's like a cramping sensation. Just try and ignore it. Burning, you might feel like. Are they both burning as much as each other? Is it even? Or is one connecting easier? 5, 4, 3. Then you've got the option to release or pulse for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release Apanasana. Well done. A lot of glute work. So you have the option to do that again, or I'm going to go into singles. So leg as straight as you can, or you can have it bent, if you find that easier. And trying to get your hips off the floor as high as you can, or aiming for knee height. As long as you get them off the floor and you're isolating one glute here, as many as you can, or 8, 3, and you've got the option to release or hold that position for 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Over to the other side. And you're ready? Up to 8. We've only ever done 6 of these, so we're making it progressive to build more muscle tone and strength. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release Apanasana. I'm going to do that single leg glute bridge once more, then move on. Starting with either leg. Last 8. 5, 6. And hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Over to the side. You're working the hip flex as well, the top of the thigh, if you feel it there. 2. Keeping the weight in the heel. Couple more. And hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Apanasana. We're going to shift our our knees over to the right into a spinal twist. Now we're nice and warm in the lower body. Making sure both shoulder blades are on the mat. You can extend that top leg as well to deepen the stretch. Trying to push that knee, that foot onto the floor. And your shoulder blades on the floor. Try and relax, deep breath in. Slow exhale, relax, more tension around the waist area. Relax those muscles. Before swapping over, just pause in semi-supine. Feel that stretch benefit before moving over to the other side. Arms out to the side. Deep breath in, slower exhale, calming the nervous system. Relaxing the muscles around the waist, above the hips. Excellent. Come around our sides. Next, and feel free to grab a drink. It's a bit loud. Working our sides of our stomach, internal and external obliques, and the QL, deep muscle in the back that keeps us upright, cause of a lot of back pain. So we're going to do quite a lot of volume on this side. If you have got a weaker side and you struggle more with tightness and weakness, you don't know if it's tightness or weakness, it can be hard to diagnose. Do an extra couple of reps on that weaker side, okay? My right side is my weaker, so I'm going to start with that. So we're going to go push our hips forward, so we're all in one line, and hold on to the mat to engage your forearm if you're feeling it a bit on your elbow. So we're going to go 10, 10 and 10 second hold. So 10 all the way up, all the way down into a 10 pulse, into a 10 hold. You can release at any moment. If this is too difficult, feel free to go to 8s. 6, 7, 9, 10 pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 second hold. Engage in the front of the core as well. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Bottom knee comes forward, top knee back. Inhale to rise. Exhale, pushing the hip. Lean into that hip on the exhale. Notice how it feels, because I want you to compare to the other side. Pilates is all about education on the body. Trying to get your arm over your head. Leaning into that side as much as you can. Pushing your knees into the ground. Hip out. Good. We'll move over to the other side. So feel free, if you're not sure of any imbalances, you can just keep them by matching reps. Or I'm going to drop my reps on this side to 8, so you can -2 on your weaker side. Push your hips forward whenever you're ready. 3, 5, 7, 8. When you finish the last one, into pulses. 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 second hold. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you finish your last rep, release. Stretch it out. Inhale to rise. Exhale, pushing the hip down towards the floor. You can bring in a little bit of movement as well, forwards and backwards if it feels good. And just having a play with any tension, just leaning into the stretch sensation. Good. A few seconds rest, water break. I'm going to do that again. So again, if you're starting on your weaker side and you know it, I'm going to do more reps. Last ones of these, pushing the hips forward. Let's begin. 2, making sure your hip comes all the way down. It's a bit of a stretch. 5, nice and controlled. 6, 7. Doesn't matter how high you get your hips off the floor, just as long as you get them off a little bit, you build strength to go further as you go on. Into pulse. 10, 9, 7, 6, 4. If it's hard, it's working. 2, 1. Hold. A little bit higher than parallel. Bring in a little curve. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bottom knee forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale. If this is your tighter or weaker side, you might want to spend a little bit longer on this side as a stretch. Trying to get your arm over your head. Good. And you're ready? We want to swap over to the other side one last time. Weaker side, stronger side for 8s. Pushing your hips out. Let's begin. Seven, 8 into pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring in that curve. 7, 8-second hold. 6, 7, 8, and release. Well done. Bottom knee forward. Let's stretch it out. Good. I'm going to work on a bit of posture next. To improve rounded shoulders, if you want a stretch after we've warmed the muscles up for rounded shoulder and a tight parent posture, tight upper back, grab a block. There's plenty on the side. You can skip that bit though if you don't like the stretch that I'm planning. So I'm going to start with dorsal raises. And we're going to promote fluidity of movement in the spine as well, switching between positions. So starting with dorsal raises, trying to come up as high as you can. Optional, feet off the floor as well to work and add more load to the lower back. Coming down with control. Another 10, works well with high reps. These are endurance muscles, keep you upright all the time. Think about your shoulder blades touching and coming towards the spine. Squeeze them bum cheeks and engage that lower back. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to sit in Sphinx or Cobra, pushing your hips and your belly into the ground. If you can look up at the ceiling, even better. You're counteracting all those neck bends with your phone and your computer driving. The stretch is quite deep in the back of your neck. Sitting tall in your shoulders, away from ears. Then we're going to come down. Remember, hips up first to protect the lower back. Into child's pose and feeling that tension melt away in the lower back. Move over to the left, pushing your right hip away from you, stretching the lateral side, and over to the right, pushing your left hip away from you. Good, I'm going to do that again. So you've got the option to do dorsal raises again, or you can extend the levers, make it harder, but think about the shoulder blades touching the spine as you're coming up. Don't leave them out. That's your posture. They're using the rhomboids. You're trying to get your hands together as much as you can. You can choose lower reps. Now you've added more weight. Well, pay attention to anything that's tingling, fatiguing early. These are your weaknesses. Ignore that burning. Another 5, 4, 3. Where are you feeling this? 2, 1. And you can sit in Sphinx. You can go a little bit higher into Cobra. Shoulders down away from ears. Chest shines forward, looking at the sky. Pushing your hips into the floor. Elbows into your ribs. Bent elbows. Squeezing your bum cheeks, protecting your lower back, adding a bit extra support. Good, and release. Hips up first, back into child's pose. Feel the tension melt away. Over to the left, pushing your right hip away from you. Lean into that stretch. I want you to compare it to the left side in a minute. And over to the right, pushing your left hip away. Can you feel a noticeable difference? Maybe getting into the stretch more or less? Excellent. Water break. To finish the upper back work, you've got the option here, choose your block. You can just lie in semi-supine if you're not sure you want to use this, but this is counteracting shoulders rounding, poor posture. We're going to open up the heart center. So we've done this before a while ago. You can have a play around with it. Depends where your back bend is starting, where it feels nice. You will feel a bit of a stretch where underneath the block, that's normal. Mine's quite high, I enjoy it higher, but it's roughly around bra height. So you can have a play around with it. You can carefully lower yourself onto the block using your elbows. Now your head should face forward on the mat, your bum should be on the mat, arms out to the side like a T. If it feels more comfortable, you can straighten your legs. Try the block higher or lower. You're just trying to relax. Just get used to the block. Trying to face your head forward. Now in a few moments, if you are doing this, for 5 seconds, you're going to push into the ground with about 60 to 70% effort. And you're going to use all your back muscles to do it. So you're going to push your arms and upper back into the ground for 5. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Relax back on the floor. Next time we do that, I want you to notice what back muscles are used. Are they switched on? Are they shaking? Are they fatiguing, tingling? Again, 5, 4, push, 3, 2, 1, release. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax. If it feels okay, you're not feeling much of a stretch there now, you can go higher or lower with your block. Notice if you feel any more stretch sensation in your shoulders, on the front, in your chest area, anywhere. Again, we're going to push into the floor, 70% effort for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Good. I'm going to do that once more. Let's go. 5, 4, shoulders down away from ears. 3, 2, 1, release. Relax. Excellent. Now to come off this, I find it quite abrupt to just sit up, so you can use your elbows, you can roll carefully onto your side and then come up into a seated position. First time I did that, I really felt it, and if you didn't feel it much, it's a good thing, right? So next we want to come into cat-cow and see how this feels right now. Exhale in the cat. Engaging the abs. Inhale, cow. I'm going to move our hips side to side. I want you to take a somatic approach. So if one side feels tighter than the other, just lean more into that side. Like I said, it's my right side, so spending a bit more time, adding a bit of movement up and down in the right versus the left. If you're not sure, can you see both of your sides of your bum on both sides? Or have you got to lean more? Leaning into the stretch. Good. From here, we're going to go into a downward dog. Let's bring in some hip openers now. Paddling out the heels. Engaging the lower back and sending your hips up to the sky. Relaxing your neck. Looking at your toes. Feeling the stretch in your hamstrings and calves. Exhale. Drawing your belly button in. Left leg comes up and back into three-legged dog and joins left hand, having your block handy. Let's see how these feel today. Exhale to release tension, to release those tense muscles. Big exhales are needed. Let's bring in a bit of movement left and right. Trying to straighten and find space to straighten that back leg more. Pushing your hips towards the floor, chest shines forward. Moving left and right. If this doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to go into a low lunge stretch instead. We're going to grab above the knee. We're going to come closer to the knee. And on the in the inhale, pushing the knee out and you away. Exhale towards the knee. Inhale away. This is just an excuse really to spend longer in this stretch, giving time for our body to adjust and let go of tension so we can work on flexibility and movement, space in the joint. Looking for 10. Leaning into any stretch sensation. If it's painful or you don't like it, come out at any time. If you want to go a little bit further, come onto your elbows if you can. Try and relax your shoulders and use your exhale. You can use a Ujjayi breath if you like, which is having a bit of restriction at the back of your throat, like you're fogging a mirror. Deep breath in. 2 more Ujjayi breath if you like to practice that. Excellent. Inhale to rise, grabbing your block, moving over, sending your hips back into hamstring stretch next. So exhale, belly to thigh if you can. It's all in the hips being sent back. Make sure your hips are level as well. Inhale to rise. Exhale, down. Light waves. Looking for 8 in total. Leaning into that high hamstring stretch. Push them, it's all in the hips. Push the hips back. Two more. One more. Good. And then this foot making its way over to a pigeon. So making sure your back leg is in the centre as much as you can. See if you can notice any changes from doing this previous weeks. Is your hips sitting looser, more towards the floor. Chest shines forward. Pushing your hips into the ground. You can add a bit of weight into the hips as well from your upper body if that feels good. It might feel quite tight. It's just a sign you need to stretch. Really lean into these stiff areas. If you want to move onto your elbows for a deeper stretch, if you feel it more there, feel free. Left leg gets sent back into downward dog. Take your time. See if you can notice any stretch sensations disappearing from your body. Do you feel more loose at all, or is there something you can't quite put your finger on that's different? Good. Now the left leg gets sent up and back to 3-legged dog and joins the, right hand. Right leg and right hand. Settling in, moving left and right with the hips. See if you can notice a difference. Having your block handy, trying to find space in that back leg again to straighten it as much as what feels comfortable. Shouldn't feel any pain or anything, it should just be restricted. Deep breaths, using Ujjayi breath. Chest shines forward. I'm going to grab hold of the top of the knee, exhale close to the knee, inhale away. Looking for 10, leaning into any tightness around the hips, above the hips. Still looking for space in that back leg. Stretching takes so much patience. The older you get, the longer it takes. Another 2. Still finding space. Keep pushing that knee back on the back leg if you're able to. And if you want to go onto your elbows, feel free if you've made the room. Just trying that little bit more each time will improve your flexibility. Trying to push your hips down. Good. Three deep breaths. One more. Good. Right leg to be stretched for the hamstring. Hips get sent back. Take your time. Exhale close to the thigh. Inhale out. All in the hips. Looking for 8. Trying to lean in a little bit more if you can each time. Another 4. Not something to be rushed. Allowing yourself to feel that pulse sensation. It's not painful. One more. Good. Taking your time into a pigeon with that right leg at the front. Leg in the center. Chest shines forward, pushing your hips into the ground. Trying to push your hips down a little bit more, lean into that stretch. Try and pinpoint where it is. And how does this compare to the other side? Everyone's side will be slightly different. If you're able to and you feel like you enjoy it, come onto your elbows. Good. Right leg comes back into downward dog. Take your time. Paddle out. Feel them stretch sensations dissipate. Send your hips up to the sky. Relax your neck. Decompressing the spine. Good. Wide leg child's pose for another hip opener. Toes kiss each other, nice and wide. Coming down to your elbows first. If you can't bring your head to the floor, as wide as you can. You've got that mild discomfort in the inner groin. When that discomfort goes down a little bit and you don't feel it as much, it's time to move in a little bit more to the stretch. You can stay here, or you can point your your feet out towards the side. Your ankle should be a little bit wider than your knee. Hips come down. You'll feel this deep in the hip joint. So I'm going to hold this for one more deep breath in. Trying to relax around the hip. The muscles will tense up around the legs to protect. I'm just trying to switch them off with an exhale. So allow yourself to feel it deep in that hips. Good. Toes kiss. Coming back into a seated position to practice some pranayama relaxation. So I'm going to come around with essential oils. I've got the eucalyptus one to be comfortable and sit on your block or against a wall. I'm going to rub the oil in your hands, creating warmth. Start to take some deep breaths as you're doing this. Hands in Namaste, deep breath in. High elbows, big stretch, and a slow exhale. Again. Slower the exhale, the more calming and relaxation. One more. You can put your hands into chin mudra, or you can just rest the backs of your hands on your thigh. Sitting tall, long neck, shoulders down away from ears, and chest proud. Noticing how your body feels right now. And taking 3 deep breaths, and then we're going to begin box breathing. So on the inhale, make sure your belly is rising along with your ribs and then chest. And then on the exhale, your chest falls, then your ribs and your belly empties. In those 3 stages, that's yogic breathing. So we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Continue. So the pause is really important. It amplifies the benefits of pranayama. I was reading this week. Noticing how your body feels now. Warmth, any aches, any muscles that have struggled today. Searching for anything that feels different so you can appreciate the instant gratification. You're welcome to begin a little hum in a moment on the big exhale to stimulate the vagus nerve, to bring you out of any fight flight and relax you. Get your digestive system working, sleep working for you, go into deep sleep. So deep breath in. I'm going to begin a slow hum. Okay. Vibrating the vocal cords gets to the vagus nerve. Again, deep breath in. As loud as you can, let it go. Again. Another 2. One more. My inner divine light bows to your inner divine light. Namaste. Should have warned you as well. The humming, because it stimulates the vagus nerve, can make you feel emotional and like some weird side effects. So if you don't want to get up straight away, or if you just want to stay there, that's fine. Hope you sleep well.